There needs to be the fruit of the Spirit in the body of Christ. Everybody needs to cultivate or needs to be working on having the fruit of the Spirit. Is it easy? No, it's actually not easy, because having to cultivate the fruit of the Spirit, you have to be humbled. That means dying to self. That means dying to the desires of the flesh and dying to your will and giving your will away for God's will. Or can I say, you have to be ready to lay down your will and lay down your plans for God's plans, and to be willing to do that. It's not always easy to say that everybody is willing, or a person who's righteous is willing to do that every time. To be honest, it's actually not true. There are times where prophets, great men of God, have had to do things that their flesh is crying out and saying, nope, I don't want to do this. Every part of their being is crying out no, but because their will to please God overpowered the desire of their flesh, they were willing to go that mile. Because of their love for God, they were willing to go that mile, and because they trusted God with their lives, were willing to sacrifice. In Genesis, when we see the relationship between Abraham and God, we see that Abraham's sacrifice of the promise that he had been promised for a long time, promise which was Isaac. When God asked for Isaac and asked Abraham to sacrifice Isaac, I'm sure that every part of his being was screaming, because this was a promise that he had been waiting for years upon years. And here is God saying, bring that gift, that promise I gave you, that you've been waiting decades for, and sacrifice that to me. It is not easy. His entire being must have been crying out, no, I don't want to do this. I've waited. He had every reason, to be honest, to say, I've waited for decades. Lord, I've trusted you for decades for this child. Why would you want me to sacrifice what you promised me and what you insisted on